robbing them, killing them, and taking their children, kidnapping their children, that's okay. But the media then puts out a fake statement on the president and are now calling for his impeachment, and they're calling for physical assaults, and they're calling him a racist, and they're playing it unedited with the low English. That's really all it is. But if you expand on that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what political correctness is. When you conquer a people, you get rid of their language. You get rid. George Orwell wrote about that. So it's documented the Clintons did this. It's on record. The mainstream corporate whore media will not cover it. We're covering it. And there's so many angles to learn from this event, this teachable moment of the type of committed fraud they're involved in. It shows you, even the economy coming back, and even Trump really at 60% in real polls, they're not going to give up. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks ago, we had more fake news out of the fake news globalist media. They reported unnamed sources saying that the president had said, I don't want Haitians in America. They've all got AIDS. But nobody ever comes forward. There's no recordings. There's over 50 people in the room, but nobody's got a recording of it. Well, the same thing yet again, an anonymous source that Trump calls Haiti and other third world countries you-know-what T-holes. And then CNN, MSNBC, NBC, they're all, including broadcast TV, not just cable, are saying that unedited. Just like F. Lee Bailey in the O.J. Simpson trial 41 times said the N-word. They had a white guy do it to make it worse, to have that emotional response of a white guy to black people's faces calling him the N-word. Not a black man, not a black woman. They made the decision to do it. They got it in their face, and then they transmuted that onto the police department. The black jury did. They admitted it later. Some of them said they were conned, onto the police department and onto the prosecution. And it's the same thing. You never hear them say those things on television. They're not supposed to under the FCC, but they're doing it because they want to stick the knife in, turn the edge, and then put salt in the wound. Total manipulation. Separately, Trump has said he didn't say it. But no matter how many times they put out fake news and get caught, they're getting more desperate. They've got governors on TV, Democrats saying, I'm going to physically assault the president. They're trying to start uprisings in the country. Hashtag hunt Republicans. They see the prosperity coming back. They see the dependency folding. They see black unemployment, the lowest it's ever been since they had the Bureau of Labor Statistics for over 70 plus years. They're in full panic mode. They want to domesticate and control everybody. And that's why they're so angry right now, the poverty pimps that want to control these people. But let's talk about facts. I don't brag about it. I don't make a big issue out of it. But I've bought hospital beds for people in Latin America and for groups, and I've bought hundreds of wells and hundreds of cows for people in 4 different African nations. But I pick countries that are somewhat half stable, where you have poor people who can actually help, like Kenya and other areas. I never made a big deal about that. My grandmother, I tried to give her some money. She insisted on living in a very, very humble house and clipping coupons and all that. I tried to, help her, and she would say, no, just give money to this Latin American group or give money to this African group. And I've given hundreds of thousands of dollars to that. I've hundreds of thousands to investigating pedophile rings that we're not going to brag about our successes here on air. I mean, that's what I do. But since we're going to get out here and say calling Haiti or other third world crap holes is what they are. That's the name for them. I mean, they're hellholes. Go move there, Don Lemon. Go move there, Al Sharpton. Go move there, Hillary Clinton. Oh, but Hillary just has her people caught smuggling kids out of Haiti. Associated Press, they get convicted. You just have them stealing $2 billion of the $2.1 billion that got donated from the Haitians. But it's okay to actually steal from them. I've sent food shipments into Haiti. I have financed and supported multiple groups that have done it. I've sent my reporters in to the risk of their lives, and I'm not tooting my horn, but I'm actually there helping people in the beyond a crap hole. It's a hell hole. We have transported the dead and dying. We have funded it. The Clintons stole all the money. I have done more than the Clintons did for Haiti. But they're going to sit up there like Oprah, sticking her tongue in Weinstein's ear and taking Weinstein, setting women up for Weinstein. Seal, who I've always really liked, has come out and said she's a monster, and that she's supporting the evil, and that she's exactly what she claims she's fighting. And that's the truth. God bless Seal, great artist. Love all his music. The point is you got to have a soul to sing like that. And you got to be smart. The point is that that's a real human being, Seal. I don't care if he's black or white. I love his truth and his justice. Oprah's a pig and a lying creature. And the media sits there and covers it up, and it's sick because they know she's sold out. $2+ billion stolen. And all these women are coming out that Oprah, who was always a pimp, a little girl, she admits it, was bringing women to Weinstein for him to rape them. You notice the media won't pick up that when I cover it. They'll just misrepresent what I'm saying and say I don't like her because she's black. That's the headline. Alex attacks Oprah for being black. That was the headline the last week. Total lie. Just like they're lying about the president. But Seal sees through it. The 10-time or whatever platinum winner. He sees through their lies, and he's going against Hollywood and the whole thing because you know they'll have repercussions against him. So that's why I'm angry. I don't care if you're black, white, or whatever. If you're dying, I want to try to help you. And I know some Haitians that are beautiful, smart, wonderful people that live in America. But it's been a colony of slavery, never got out from under it. Voodoo, the occult. It is a very, very wicked system there in Haiti, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been involved with groups trying to stabilize the country and actually help it with Bob Barr and others. But this is the reality. I don't get off on seeing Haiti so fallen and broke back and falling apart. It makes me feel bad as a human that they're in such bad situations and seem to be cursed with tsunamis and earthquakes and just, I've actually tried to do something. And so has President Trump. He sent more aid to Haiti than the Clintons ever did. But if he even made the comment of why don't we ever bring people from productive countries to build up our nation? Why do we only bring people here from crap holes? Which he didn't even say. But did he steal the money? No. See, robbing them, killing them, and taking their children, kidnapping their children, that's okay. But the media then puts out a fake statement on the president and are now calling for his impeachment, and they're calling for physical assaults, and they're calling him a racist, and they're playing it unedited with the low English. That's really all it is. The Norman took over England 900 years ago, and they said your language is illegal. So that's the last few words left of it, and they're still illegal today. But if you expand on that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what political correctness is. When you conquer a people, you get rid of their language. You get rid. George Orwell wrote about that. So it's documented the Clintons did this. It's on record. The mainstream corporate whore media will not cover it. We're covering it. And there's so many angles to learn from this event, this teachable moment of the type of committed fraud they're involved in. It shows you, even the economy coming back, and even Trump really at 60% in real polls, they're not going to give up. They're never going to stop ever because they'd taken control of this country. The globalists had run it in the ground. They were setting up racial and cultural divisions to control everybody and complete our journey into third world serfdom. And Trump's trying to stop that while really helping people. And they hit him at every angle. Oh, he's betraying you on DACA. Didn't do it, did he? But they got all the fake conservative bots out still saying, he betrayed us, he's over. They're trying that tactic with bots everywhere when he didn't betray you again. They treat you like you're an idiot. They hope you're an idiot. So he doesn't go with their bad DACA deal. He wants a reasonable one for real people that are law-abiding, been here for a long time since they were little, and can prove that they are vetted in a good part of society. You can stay, and I'm all for that. And that's what he said 3 years ago and 2 years ago, and the media lied about that. And then they use their lie that he said he hates all the Mexicans. Now he says he loves them. He flip-flop. He never said that. They're preying on you like you don't have a memory. Like they think you're stupid. And it isn't about defending Trump. It's about defending the truth. We would be in so much trouble. And now they go, oh, he betrayed it again. Trump may have paved the way for a DACA deal. Will he now sabotage it? See, he just wants a reasonable thing for 800,000 we think are vetted and deport people that are 3, 4, 5-time felons. And they just keep misrepresenting. And that's why they hate this broadcast, because you're getting really what's going on here. We really do our homework. Here, let's play CIA officer, admittedly CIA. They make jokes, go, Jones fake news, says he's CIA. He was CIA, but now he's not. And you know, same guy that tells you all this other crap. We'll get to him in a minute. Let's play Jim Acosta first, the guy that's always in the White House with fake news, fake tweets, you know, saying that he didn't really visit Congressman Scalise. Then there's video of it. He thinks you don't remember that he lies to you every day. Here is one of the most worst liars of a group of horrible liars. Here's Jim Acosta.
As Jim Sciutto was saying, with the president talking about immigrants coming from Mexico being rapists and criminals, and now this comment, the president referring to Haiti and countries in Africa as being, and I noticed you, Wolf, you hesitated to use that word. I hesitate to use it myself, as an S-hole, or is what the word that the Washington Post is quoting the president as saying. I think, Wolf, what we have to come to grips with, and I almost have to think back to the day when we were at Trump Tower. When we'll
be back. Stay with us. We'll be back with the truth. Again, total lies there. Remember, he said there's some criminals coming from Mexico.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
He goes to jail. He goes to jail. Lock him up.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
It's also what happens when you listen to the radio host, Alex Jones, who claims that 9/11 and the Oklahoma City bombings were inside jobs. I don't know what happens in somebody's mind or how dark their heart must be to say things like that.
The Russians ran an extensive information war campaign against my campaign to influence voters in the election. And then they began to weaponize them. And they began to have some of their allies within the internet world, like InfoWars, take out pieces and began to say the most outrageous, outlandish, absurd lies you can imagine.
But Trump doesn't challenge these lies. He actually went on Jones's show and said, "Your reputation is amazing. I will not let you down."
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones coming to you live from the front lines of the InfoWar.
Support this network, and not only support us, but trigger the verified libtards on Twitter. They had an absolute meltdown a few days ago. They found an ad that I had cut for Brain Force, which, by the way, you should also get at InfoWarsStore.com. Always use the opportunity to promote it even more. They had a meltdown over an ad that I cut in April, and they found it like it was some secret, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is the funniest thing ever." So they literally had an autistic screeching fit over an ad of me promoting Brain Force, which is a nootropic, which like literally half the people in Silicon Valley take, which everybody has their different brand of. Oh, but when InfoWars does it, it's bad and it's funny somehow. If that's the best they've got, we advertise products that got 5-star independent reviews that you see right there on InfoWarsStore.com. Brain Force Plus. They had an absolute meltdown. It was hilarious. They wrote at Vice.com. Listen, if this is the best they've got against yours truly, I advertised Brain Force 6 months ago. Everybody in Silicon Valley takes some kind of nootropic. This isn't like some hokey snake oil. I mean, Joe Rogan built his entire podcast on selling his version of the exact same product. I'm gonna go after Joe Rogan too. Absolutely incredible that they had all these massive hissy fits over me making an ad for Brain Force. Well, here I'm making another one right now. Gonna get triggered over this? Good. We'll sell even more bottles of it. You're literally making InfoWars and me money with your autistic hissy fits. Carry on with your autistic screeching, because it's a lot funnier from my perspective. If that's all you've got, it's quite pathetic at this point. Get your Brain Force right now. Brain Force Plus, personally recommended by me at InfoWarsStore.com.
And now get Brain Force Plus at 50% off for a limited time at InfoWarsStore.com.